early birds and night owls. My name is Nox, aka Mako, and welcome back to SimAirport. In this episode, we're going to get all of these gates functional. Why? Well, because I figure that we maybe have too many flights on certain gates, and I kind of want to just spread them out. That way, things will probably work a little bit better, especially since it seems like, we're missing 1 or 2 flights every day, so I'm not okay with that. I want to get that money, and if things are working out super well then we'll add even more flights. Although we're currently not really equipped for that, I have to be very careful where we add those flights, but I think I'm going to try to focus on maybe having a section like maybe at the very tail end of the morning, at the very tail end of the afternoon, and maybe earlier in the morning, now that I think about it. Early in the morning, earlier in the afternoon, earlier in the evening, where we have just like 767s and only 767s. I mean, what the heck was that? Everything just flashed. Right, but we'll have just 767s and maybe some other smaller planes coming in at that time. Where exactly are you going? I don't know where this one's going, but is it leaving? It might be leaving and was waiting for this one to land. Is that what's happening here? It looks like that's exactly what's happening. Okay, fair enough. And so, of course, we're going to need to, open up this area pretty soon then. So we have gates coming, gate agent desks coming in pretty soon. We also have a foundation coming in as well. I actually want to get this done before we get any of the utilities done, because I have actually connected everything here. It seems like our workers are taking... Ooh, something's happening here. Something is definitely happening here. Ah, somebody's still stuck. Go home. Just go home. You're a little bit drunk. They're definitely building this first before they're doing anything else, which is a little bit weird because oh, never mind. They actually got some of these in. Not all of them, but they got some of them. Well, that's a start, I suppose. Let's go ahead and clear this. Did I select that or not? And it's raining. Great. So, if we didn't already have some frame drops, now we're going to have them now. Jeez. Oh, the game is just unforgiving. Also, some people did forget their bags, which is always a little bit sad to see, but, what can we do about it? Let's go ahead and clear off all this yellow area because we don't really need that. And I do want to make, a security area like we did over here. So we're, of course, going to have to do... how big is this area? Let's see. So we're going from this middle area here, the big wide area. So from here to here, we have 8 distance. Okay, so this is fine. 8 distance here, so that means a wall. Oh! Well, god dang it. I guess I didn't have to remove that wall there. It's not that hard to, deal with here. Oh, clear? Excuse me? I thought I clicked clear. Whatever. Not that hard to deal with, though, because the wall's pretty cheap. Let's be honest here. We have a fair amount of money. It's really not as much money as we would like, but it works. All right, so, ooh, geez. Dat lag, though. Dat lag. So, doors, right. Let's go ahead and add ourselves some nice sliding doors right across the... Yeah, the rain is definitely making this superbly laggy. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's a little bit, it's dumb. Let's go ahead and just do this first then, because it seems like I don't exactly know where the doors are supposed to go, which is, a little bit sad here. Something like that, something like this, there, and now we know where exactly the doors go. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get our sliding doors. We're gonna do one here, one here. I know that these, aren't right because these are in a different orientation compared to these. Or I guess not orientation, just in a different position. Compared to these guys over here, it seems weird, but I know. I'm going to change them around eventually. These guys are just going to be placeholders for now because I don't exactly want this section to be exactly like that. So let's go ahead and clear all of these things out now that we don't need any of this. And, oh, that not get... Are they taking forever to remove that? Is that what's happening here? Let's see, increase priority. Also, it is getting pretty late, so I'm going to slow things down a little bit because, of course, we still have to reassign our flight. So let's go ahead and assign these guys all the way over here. And we have one more Y4 because it just works super well. All right, there. So those are all for B1. This is, of course, going to be for B2, just as long as it stays B2. Oh, I know. How could I not see that I could rename them sooner? I know. Trust me, it bothered me too. But it didn't occur to me that would have been a thing that was added here, and suddenly it was. Wow, there were lots of boxes everywhere. This is insane. Let's go ahead and just assign this here, and there we go. Alright, so the last 2 here, and I guess we can probably just go ahead and hire the staff now, even though we don't exactly need them immediately, but I would like to have them here just in case. Let's see, regular staff. We're gonna for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't see why some of them are walking the other way. Ooh, where are you going? Over here. Your job is right over. Oh my gosh. Well, that happened. Anyway, well, we have to work with the schedule now. So let's see. I do want to have, 2 flights at the same area here. Let's just keep it running, but slow it down. I said that before. I don't know why I didn't keep up with that. So, I think what I want to do, let's just move these all up in here. Start messing things up a little bit. So we're going to do something like this. 747 and 747, of course, we're going to keep them there as they are. And 767 is pretty small. Let's see. Where do we end with our morning flights? Morning flight 787, morning 767. This one has less time. Probably because it was the one that was in the way. It wasn't really working out so well for us. So fair enough for that one. That's morning. All right. So it seems like this is like the last morning flight. So we have 787s. We have a ton of 787s. And a lot of 767s. So what I can do is I can thread the 767s after these flights and before some other flights just to maybe work out. Or we could put those before these flights because that would also still work out. So let's see about doing that just to, make it work a little bit better in our favor, just because I would like to have more flights, as many flights as is possible. So this one, we're going to have it coming in right at the beginning. We're going to give it 2 hours, even though it doesn't really need 2 hours, but whatever. And let's see, we're going to have another one coming in at the same time. Both Smart Air Lux. Sure, that works for me. Do we have another morning 767s? And seems like we do. So we're going to land half an hour later, and this one right here, same thing there. Alright, so you are 787, you are A350. Do we have any others left? It seems like that's not the case. I'm kind of okay with that. At the same time, I'm not, just because it seems like we can probably use a few more just so we can get some more maybe again. Not so sure it's going to work out that way, but it's just the way I'm thinking it is. So let's see. The 747s are going to come in right after this. I think we can give it just like that little time there, and that should be fine. However, these might be leaving at the same time as those. If that's a problem, we'll change it around. But for now, I think this might be okay. These are smaller flights. You know what? I do want to take a look at this. This looks like a mess right now. As long as it doesn't take over to the next day, we're good. Do we have any more? I know. Why are you grabbing any more 767s? Just because I have a feeling that this is going to be an interesting way of doing things. It seems like we don't exactly have any more. Well, there goes that plan. Never mind. I guess we're just going to go ahead and use whatever the heck we have, and hopefully that works out for us. So let's see. 787s are pretty small. I guess we could do that. Sure. We're going to go ahead and do something like that at 5 in the morning. Let's see. 787 right there. And last, oh, there's more over here. Cool. Okay, that works for me. That definitely works for me. So we're going to do just like that. So now we have more room, of course, for more morning flights. We're going to leave it pretty open just to test it out and see how it works. And let's see. We can probably just go ahead and dump this right up in there, and maybe that's going to work again. Not so sure because, of course, they might be intersecting with other flights, and that might be some kind of problem. I don't know. But morning flights, let's see, we can start with the morning flights exactly at noon. We can't start any earlier, so we're going to have to drop them at noon. 767s always starting there might be good, depending on what we have over here. So that's, oh boy, we have a lot of 767s in the afternoon, don't we? And I have a feeling we don't have very many night flights, do we? Let's see, afternoon. All right, so these are the night flights all the way over here, all that. So we want to find our 767s. This is a smaller flight. That's a smaller flight. This is a 767, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Move this one up to here. This one, oh my gosh, why do we grab so many of these smaller ones? I guess that might have been all that was available to us. Maybe that's the case here. Yeah, it seems like that's the case. All right, there we go. And do we have another one? Ooh, we're missing one because I would like to have them just like that. Nice and neat. Well, I guess we can go with just this one here because it's pretty small comparatively to other flights and something like that, And over here, we're going to go ahead and just dump this one like half an hour later. Hopefully that works for us. Not so sure it's going to work. And I guess this might be more than enough time for this one here to actually board and everything. Maybe it might not be. I don't know. I'm not going to, just say like, hey, I guess we did a good thing here because that might not be the case. Let's see. We have just one 767 here, so I am going to just move this one up to here. And 77, A350, 747 there, A350. Yeah, I think this one's going to have to go right here. And the A350s can go somewhere over here. Let's see, where's the other one? Right here. And, oh yeah, I know, it's share time. Don't really want it to be share time. I gotcha. A3, okay, so these two are the same size. I guess this one can just be like right up in here. And then these two down here, smack down at the very bottom. All right, so we need one more flight just to fill this area in here so it looks like we have everything kind of under control. So let's see. What do we have in terms of night flights? Let's try to go with Galactic Point just for the money. Oh. I guess. Were we going with the A350s there? 777, because I apparently cannot say that. Well, I mean, we could go for something smaller or bigger. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go for the bigger, just so we can get maybe a little bit more money. That way, you know, we'll be raking in all the money. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so hopefully this whole schedule works. If it does, that means we can add in a few more flights here, there, everywhere, you know, as soon as we notice if things work. So for now, it looks like we're just focusing on building things up, which isn't particularly good because, of course, well, you know what? They can go through security over here and then just loop right back around. I hope. I hope it works that way because otherwise we don't really have any other way for these guys to get through and they're kind of stuck. And it seems like, you know, we're slowly getting this thing done. It's a process, you guys. It's definitely a very long process that's going to take quite some time, especially since we did it all at once. So my bad, and our workers are no doubt super busy to actually do this. Let's just increase priority here, and maybe they'll get it done, because at some point, increase priority did not exactly work. It looks like it worked earlier, though, so maybe if we do that now, it'll do just fine, especially since this whole baggage system, the last 4 ones that we connected, not really doing much. There is no baggage claim for them to connect to, so you know what? It's okay. What the heck? They are forming a conga line here. People, oh, I thought they were stuck there for a second. Interesting jackhammers, but okay, sure. It looks like we have a lot of trash going out right now, which is good. How many generators do we have in total? We have 25. Well, that's definitely bound to keep the airport clean. I mean, seriously. Well, let's hope that our newfound system actually works well for us in terms of schedule, at least. We'll see how the baggage system works as soon as it's all put in. Alright, our first flights for the day are landing right now, and it seems like we're okay. I wanna, you know, that's already increased. I don't know why the workers are kind of ignoring that. It's a little bit annoying. But yeah, it seems like the schedule is pretty okay. Wow, we have a lot of flights. The schedule's definitely working for us right now. However, as you saw before, we have a lot of mess over here. How much money are we making? I mean, we only added one more flight, so fair enough. What are you doing? Where exactly are you trying to go? And also, I really want them to build this in right now because we need more. I mean, this one has like 3 of them, which is going to help out maybe a little bit, but I'm not so sure if it's going to help out that much. Also, I noticed that these don't assign to anything. I am a little bit worried that we are not going to be able to use these at all. Maybe it's just because they're not connected to something. I'm not so sure how that works. Hopefully, though, eventually we can connect to something, as otherwise that's just a waste, and basically those ticketing desks are useless, so we'll have to remove them and move them somewhere else if that actually is the case. Oh boy. I mean, you know, it's looking kind of okay right now. We have a lot of 767s right here, so the whole airport shouldn't be that busy, except that, you know, we have 747s coming in pretty soon, so of course there's a ton of people going through security right now and just filtering through here, although maybe a lot of the people going through here are the ones who have to actually make their flights over here. Hey, everybody, how about you come down here? Hear me out. Come down here because your flights are over here, and if you don't, you're gonna make everything late. It's not gonna be good. You're gonna make everything. I don't think they care, you guys. Oh, let's be real here. Okay, so A2 and A4, and I said okay so twice, I apologize. A2 and A4 are already leaving. They landed different times, actually. Surprising. And we have, oh boy, they're already some, okay, so we have some already trying to land. A1 and A3 need to clear out. Okay, A3 is clearing out. What the heck is wrong with you? Boarding. Wow, you have a lot of people actually for a 767. I guess it makes sense that, you know, that one's a little bit, gonna have to wait a little bit, and this one hasn't left yet, but it should be leaving pretty soon. There we go. Final approach is coming in on that one, coming in right now, right? Yes. I think we're good. I think we're actually good, despite the fact that, you know, it was delayed by an hour, but it should be landing right now. What is it doing? There we go. Okay. And so, I mean, it looks like it's good. And we, of course, don't have any other flights until noon now, which means we're going to be lagging for a little bit. Well, I mean, I guess not lagging. Oh my gosh, rain. Why? Stop raining like all the time. No matter what game I play, when it rains, things get superbly laggy. And I can understand that, you know, there's just like a lot of things happening now, like that we don't, like a lot of micro things, like every single rain droplet is getting annoying. Whatever. Anyways, let's see. How are our workers actually doing on this? It looks like they're actually almost done, surprisingly. So, I mean, you know, we're not going to be able to use this just yet until we maybe build a bigger baggage claim, but just as long as it's connected and we have that in, then we don't have to do such a big job once we actually want to put in the extra, you know, baggage carousels in. So for now, I guess that's okay. And we have this guy in, so let's go ahead and just get ourselves 3 more vehicles, because I don't think we need fuel trucks just yet, so I think this should be good enough for us. Now, we have, you know, tons of space over here. We could always go with more taxiway. I don't think I want to do that, though. I think maybe we could just fill this in with some more hangars if it seems like we need more baggage cars, call them whatever you want. But for now, I think that should be okay. And yeah, the airport's actually kind of dead. You know, there are people coming in for their afternoon flights, but I think we can go ahead and grab a few more flights for this time, you guys. So let's see what we can do about some larger to smaller flights for the morning. Okay, so let's see. Morning, we have an A350. I think that's okay. We have one there, don't we? Yeah, we do. Works for me. All right, so morning A350. I will take that. Let's see. Night, afternoon. I don't think so. What do you have for me? Another A350 and a 787. I will take them too, I suppose. All right, so we have 3 more flights for us. Let's go ahead and just dump them just like that there, because that should work. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky because these guys are a little bigger. So I'm going to give them something like that. I think that should be fine. If these leave a little bit earlier, we can move them. But for now, it seems like that might be okay. And, you know, we can go ahead and just add even more flights right now. But I'm not going to do that because I don't think it's necessary right now. I mean, we're making, what, over $600,000 per day. I mean, we don't need any more flights for now. Let's be real here. We have all the money that we need. And if we don't, we can just take out a loan and pay it off the next day. Because seriously, what's the point there? All right, so that means that it is time to build our second area just like this. That way, everybody won't be filtering over there, causing lag, causing massive messes over there. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and get the foundation in here. I'm going to build it next to it. I'm like, how do I do this without actually ruining things? So it looks like, yeah, we're going to need a few loans here. Or we could build this little by little, honestly. We could just build like half of it because I think we can afford half of it. What's the size of this thing? 50. So can we do 30 by 25? I think we can. Yes, we can. All right, there you go. So we built half of it just like that. You know what, you guys? I think this is actually going pretty well. This is very affordable. Of course, we don't have all the flights that we want. We have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 31. No, we have to go more. We have to get 50 flights. No, I'm kidding. Would that even be possible? 50 flights in here? Like, maybe if I just collected all the 767s across every airline. Maybe, but I don't think I want to do that just because I still don't believe that they make us enough money, honestly. And so I want to stick with just, you know, larger flights overall from airlines that pay us quite a bit more money because Superlines is, I mean, we do have 6 of their flights. I was going to say Superlines is holding out on us, but I think we're doing kind of okay with having 6 of their flights because that's a lot of money. That is definitely a lot of money. And it seems like these guys over here are not really interested in giving us any other, you know, more expensive flights. Nobody has 7. Oh, right there. There we go. I mean, this airline, not that bad. That's tempting. That's very, very tempting. Do we have any room here? Oh, we do. All right, let's do it. I'll grab it. Oh, jeez. I didn't really want to start getting other airlines in here, but I guess if they're going to have them, I might as well. Let's see. Eurostar, you have a night one. I don't think so. I want to stick with just, you know, morning 767. Oh, hello. I will grab that. Okay, there we go. So, we suddenly have more flights. So let's go ahead and just move. Let's see. I guess you can move these guys over here. That's a little bit tricky, isn't it? Well, we're going to move them over here, and hopefully that works. I'm not so sure if it's going to, but you know what? If it works, it works. If not, then whatever. And we're going to move these guys. Oops. I always keep dragging the whole thing. My bad. Just like this. I think this is fine, you guys. This, I hope, works. If this is too much, of course, we can always change it. But for now, I think we're okay. And what? Game, what? Did I not? Game, what are you trying to tell me here? Are you trying to tell me that I did something wrong? Oh boy, you guys, we're having a little bit of an issue there, but you know, it's not that bad. Also, construction is lagging everything, which is always good. No wonder that was stuck. It's the construction. We blame everything on the construction, basically. Well, for now, it seems like everything is going kind of okay except for the construction, you know, lagging, but we're on a pretty good path to get a whole filled up schedule with 8 gates, 2 runways, and if we, you know, build the airport up proper with security properly and everything like that, we might actually have a fully functional airport on an extra large map that's filling up the majority of the map. Of course, we still have to fill up, you know, these areas over here, but I'll work on that very slowly just to make sure that we have enough baggage cars and whatnot. But for now, let's just let these guys finish their job and oh boy, and skip over the lag. Security and ticketing currently look like major catastrophes. I think it's time that we add a few more of our ticketing kiosks, just because it seems like maybe what we have right now is not enough. I mean, we did just throw in a few more flights and schedule extra gates and whatnot, so it's fair enough that we're going to need a few more of these. And as for the ticketing desks, I honestly don't know what to do because, you know, we allocated a specific amount of area for the ticketing desks in general. You didn't really think that many people would want to use them, so to me this is a little bit weird that, you know, this many people are like, hey, I need to actually go ahead and check in my bag. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Usually when you're at an airport, you're going to see a lot of people there because apparently self-check-in is not a thing that some, you know, older people, I'm not going to judge all people. I'm not going to judge all older people either, because some of them actually know how to use it, but some of them are just like, I refuse to use this brand new shiny technology. I'll just use the old technology, even though, you know, it's less efficient. Like, okay, people. At some airports, they are, you know, trying to get rid of people going to ticketing desks and just doing the self-checkout by themselves. I don't know how those people are going to survive, honestly. That's something that always worries me a little bit because I actually did, I know this is totally like way off right now, but I did a paper on self-service technologies, and older people, especially older females, not judging, don't particularly like it. So, you know, that's a thing that airlines really aren't taking consideration into. Because they're just like, you know what, it's cheaper for us, so let's just go ahead and do it. I mean, that's the future. That's the way of the future, basically. So let's just go ahead and drop the rest of these guys up in here, and hopefully this is going to give people enough. Jeez, this is lagging like crazy, and we don't really have too much construction going on besides just this here. So we might have to switch things up a little bit. And by that, I mean, I did allocate all of the smaller flights to come in first and then the bigger ones later on. So I think I'm going to have to just do like a nice little mix-up. That way we won't have these issues. However, then the schedule's going to look a little bit crazy and it's going to be a little bit difficult to understand. But I think what we can do is maybe try to keep like Smart Air Lux on gates A1 and A2. Then maybe, let's see, Super Alliance on gates A3 and A4. Let's go for, let's see, Galactic Point on B1 and B2, and then everything else on B3 and B4. Maybe. That's what I've been thinking that I want to do just because it might help us out, you know, to sort things out a little better. That way things won't get, you know, as confusing. However, currently security is a tragic mess because of this. We don't exactly have enough bag scanners and metal detectors, and so people are kind of getting stuck there for a very long time. And it's very, very obvious that before we add any other flights, we have to expand security no matter what. So that means we're gonna have to do a pretty big construction job right up in here. I know I just spent a ton of money on this, and that's basically going unused, but we kind of need to put this in like right now, just so we can get people going into security properly, have enough security for them all. I mean, it seems like, you know, we're pretty good with the ID check stands. They're going in pretty quickly. They don't even have to queue up anymore. They're just getting stuck in here. It's a big nightmare. It's just a big nightmare. I'm just like, oh boy, what did I do? Well, I'm thinking I want to change this up a little bit just because we're going to fill up this whole back area with that, of course. This, I might want to center it a little bit. That way people can actually go to whichever one they want, and they might miss, you know, some of the ones in the corners, but they won't miss every single one. So that's definitely a thought that I had here that might work out better for us. Of course, that's going to take changing things around a lot, but it might be worth it. It might just be worth it. So first things first, let's go ahead and add these sliding glass doors, at least the last ones that we need here, just so we can get this right. Oh boy, that lag, man, that lag. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna go ahead and do it up just like there, and it goes there. Yeah, it goes there. And this one had to go right there. So yeah, this one has to scooch over one. This one probably has to scooch over a little bit too there. I'm not gonna worry about these for now, just because, you know, it's gonna lag things, and I don't want to deal with that right now. So let's go ahead and drop that right up in there, and this should be good. However, of course, we're still missing quite a bit, and we still need a lot of... oh boy. So, when is the airport dead again? Because we clearly need to work during that time. Maybe here. Actually, not there. Probably here. So, during this time, and maybe during this time over here, we're going to be able to actually do quite a bit of work. But for now, it seems like the airport is still a buzzing, because let's see, we have 3,000 people. My gosh, there's over 3,000 people. Well, did we miss any flights? Ah, A1. So, a 767. The one before that was, let's see, A1 right here. It was, it's 747 and it's actually still there. And it's actually leaving now. Well, that's something that I did not plan for. But it kind of makes sense because, you know, maybe they were waiting on people getting stuck in there. Fair enough. This is why we're going to expand security right now. It's starting to get a little bit more dead here, so this is good. We're gonna go ahead and take out some loans, even though I know we're gonna have to pay just for that, but whatever. We're gonna have to get this in like as soon as possible because we clearly need this. So let's go ahead and just pause this for a second so we can build this up here. Foundation, and we're gonna go ahead and just do this whole area. How much is it? Please don't. No, we do not have enough money right now, so we're gonna take out one more loan. As much as I would love to avoid it, it's just not going to happen. Now we're going to do it just like this instead, because that's going to save us from actually having some security issues. Even though we're going to have to take down walls later on, but whatever. It's going to save us from security issues, and that's all we need right now. So hopefully, if we have any other flights coming, which I don't think we do, oh boy. Yeah, we're going to have to pay. How much in interest was that? Jeez, like half the money that we have right now. Well, didn't expect for that to happen, because I was clearly not looking for it. So my bad, you guys, my bad. We should, however, be able to finish up this construction hopefully before next flights land, because we have quite a few hours to work on this. So that means that maybe we'll get to work on security before day, I want to say day 39 maybe? Because of course it's going to take trying to sort everything out just right, trying to get everything in the proper positions, trying to put up all the proper walls, and oh boy. As you can see, it's going to be one big catastrophe, but it's going to be our catastrophe, so you know what, we have to be proud of it. And wow, the game isn't lagging that much. I think it's because there's really not that many people here. Yeah, there's just 600 people here. I like this. I like having this big, wide range of time without that many people here, because look at how fast the construction is getting done and how fast things are going. Nice. Definitely nice. Our first flights of the day are arriving. Why the heck is that first? Did we put that one first? My bad. Whatever, it works, you know, it works. Our first flights of the day are arriving, which means we are finally gonna have some money because we need to finish this wall right here. I wasn't able to finish that, my bad. There we go, and it seems like, you know, we need doors, but I'm gonna maybe ignore the doors for the most part because we have to start building first over here. Just expand this whole area as much as we can. So let's see. Oh geez, where did I build something that I did not mean to build? The wall's right there. Let's go ahead and cancel that. That just actually erased that zone. Oh my gosh. Ticketing right up in there. There we go. Everything's okay, you guys. Everything's working just fine. We're okay. We didn't cause any major catastrophe, so that's good. So actually, no, let's not start with the bag scanner. We're gonna start with the metal detector. There we go. And we're just gonna go ahead and line them up over here. Is that the right orientation? I'm not so sure, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just because. Alright, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really hope we can fit enough here because I don't want to have to place like some kind of plant in the corner. It's going to be a little bit annoying, and we just basically ran out of money. Wonderful. And these are actually going to be working, so we're going to have to hire people for them. Hopefully, though, people will ignore them because, you know, they're going to be stuck there for a very long time, or more flights land. That's always a very good thing. That's always one of those things you want to hear. There we go. Okay, so security. We're going to need 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 more. Really? Jeez. Okay, there goes all the rest of our money. Well, you know what? That's fine. It's okay, you guys. And yeah, these need to be flipped the other way. Actually, didn't I flip them the other way and then they still didn't work? Something's afoot here. Oh well, whatever it is. It's gonna work either way, so I don't even care. they're just gonna have to wait, you know. They're gonna have to pick up their things at the very end. It seems weird, but whatever. It works. It works either way. So, where are constructors? Because it seems like they might be taking a little bit too long. So let's see. We're gonna get ourselves some... we still need more metal detectors, actually. Some metal detectors, and we're gonna place them with the arrow facing up. So 1, 2, please, 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 3. That's not right. Oh no. Okay, well that's okay. They're definitely building things right now. What are they building? Ah, the wall, because of course everything is lagging, and so they're gonna take 5,000 years to actually get anything else done. Wonderful. Don't you just love when that happens? It's just so grand, you guys. I am smiling, but not really meaning to smile right now. Anyway. Oh, jeez. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the rest of these guys. Wait, is that... I'm almost tempted to do it just like this, just because I really would like to see how this works. This is aligned with that, so you know what, I'm going to do it, and if it doesn't work, then, well, too bad, so sad for us then. Let's go ahead and do that. 2, I'm going to pause it just so it won't lag, and I accidentally buy one where I don't mean to buy one, because that happens. That most definitely happens. So let's see. And we are out of money again. So, is anybody leaving anytime soon? Because we could use a little bit more money right now, please and thank you. And also, we have to remove that one right there, and we're going to have to hire some more people, too, on top of that. Unless we have extra security guards roaming around. I can't remember if we hired too many people at one point. If we did, great, that works for us. My gosh. I was saying before that there weren't that many people, you know, queuing up for this. It seems like they are. I actually like that all the queues over here are full. What I don't like, though, is that none of these are full at all. So, come on, people. Over here. Yeah, flood, filter over here. Don't wait behind a queue. There's a reason there are more queues. Just come over here. You're going to get to your flight a little faster if you come through this way. I promise. Don't tell them, you guys. Don't tell them. Looks like people are definitely manning these already, but nobody... Oh, somebody went through that one just because it's right next to these guys, but that's about it. Nobody's really using these. I mean, that's fine with me. And we are... Oh, boy. We are having a little bit of a traffic issue. So this might be calling for some more roads. I definitely want to add the rest of the roads right before we add more flights as well. Security and more roads before we expand, basically. That's all that we're trying to do here. Because right now, it's looking like it's a little bit of a major catastrophe waiting to happen. And we have almost 4,000 people in the airport. Yeah, we need to start clearing up big time. So it looks like we just got a good delivery for things that we are... waiting here for, so we should be getting these in sometime soon, and buses are of course taking a while because we have to load up a lot of people. Fair enough. Look at all the passenger vehicles. I like that, you know, we don't see too many more of these compared to how we did before. Like, before it was just Uber straight at the bum hole. I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that, but it was not okay. I was like, and why aren't they not putting these? Ah, because we don't have the delivery yet. So fair enough. And we do have some money, so let's go ahead and actually pay off one loan. And we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our metal detector. So we can actually, ooh, well, we have to wait because they have to drag it to storage first. Are you going to go ahead and drag it to storage, please and thank you? Hallelujah. Okay, good. So they actually brought that immediately to storage. So now we can go ahead and get the last 2 that we need. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's working. Although we don't exactly have enough workers here, but you know, nobody's actually using them, so it doesn't matter too much. They might just start using these though, so we might have to get in some workers pretty soon. Let's see. How are they? Are they going over there? No, there's some angry people, probably because something happened in... They missed their flights, basically. They were taking way too long over here. Yeah, nobody's using these. Interesting. Very, very interesting. You know what? I'm going to make sure that maybe they're not using them because there's just nobody manning them. Is that what it is? Let's see. Let's just continue hiring security until there's enough people there. So there's somebody on there. There's somebody waiting right there. And people are going to use these. Are they going to work right? Yes, they do work right. Okay, so that means it looks like, yeah, we definitely need some more workers right now. People are filtering through there and they're just like, well, there's nobody here. So am I supposed to wait here like forever? Like, yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to... Where? I just bought a worker for that one. He just like walked somewhere else. What the heck? And it looks like we're going to need one more worker just for that. So let's just buy them so they can just... or get lost. That person was like, excuse me, what am I supposed to do here? Like, your job? I know it's not there yet, but your job's gonna come up pretty soon. Of course, we're gonna have to fit in some more bag scanners here, so let's just go ahead and do this up immediately. We're gonna need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, please. No! nurses. We could just do that. I mean, you know what, that's fine. If we have them just like that in the corners, I'm not troubled by that at all. So we're gonna need 6 more workers. This is actually gonna bother me. I know it's gonna bother me. It's probably gonna bother some other people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Alright, so now we have this security area kind of more fleshed out. Hopefully more people will actually start using these guys, because it seems like they're just going for this one and all of these, which is never good, because that means that people are gonna get stuck there and they're gonna delay our flights, because, you know, the flights are actually gonna wait for the passengers, surprisingly. Even though it's sometimes not a good thing. And let's see, we're looking pretty good for today. I am going to skip ahead to the end of the day to see if everything does end up okay, just because I'm not so sure. You know, we didn't really add any more flights over here, but some of these seem to be taking a little bit longer than expected. And also, we had one 747 over here that was taking way too long, and this one right here. And I have to see if it was because we were having security issues or if it was something else completely. Well, I can tell you right off the bat that is not the end of the day. I found the problem. The problem is this flight right over here. This one is super delayed, so this one comes in super late. It came in at almost 2:30 when that's the time for this one to, you know, be coming in. So that's not okay. This is definitely not okay. I think we're gonna have to just move this one somewhere out of here, because that's not gonna work out so well for us now, is it? It seems like we just don't have the time for that. So let's see, do we have somewhere where we don't exactly have a 747 taking up like 5,000 years? Further down here, I think we might be okay. Yeah, I think we're good, like maybe right down here. So we're gonna go ahead and move this one down to here, maybe like that's a 747. I have to remember that is a 747. We need more than enough time for that one, so maybe this is gonna be okay. I don't know. We'll have to try that though in the next episode, because that is it for this episode of SimAirport. If you enjoyed, hit that like button to show your support, and subscribe if you already haven't. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome night.